Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a tongue. It's been forever, guys. I can't remember. I haven't made a video in a while. Just want to come here and say hello. If you're here, please give me a comment down below and let me know how you're doing. Happy Wednesday. Honestly, there's a lot has happened. A lot has changed. I currently have two children. If you didn't know, and because I haven't updated. But I was active on TikTok. I just find like TikTok was faster to get my video out and also easy for me because I was pregnant. So, anyways, if you guys are watching this, please leave a comment, let me know, or just leave me a question, or just leave me, feedback or whatever. But hopefully, I can find some of you guys who are here have questions and stuff like that. If you're wondering how's my hair is currently in a bonnet. I had twists. I've had these twists on for 2 months, almost 2 months now, going to three, I think. This is probably the longest I've had my hair, but my hair is still looking all right and long. I just haven't done any videos yet. Haven't done any hair videos, but I'll do my best to update you guys as much as I can. I just wanted to come here and say hello, say that I am apology because it's been forever. But that's what happened with life, guys. Life just hits you differently. And if it gets you need a break, take a break. That's what I would say. Being pregnant for the second time was not as bad because I was still working. My postpartum recovery is a little bit, it's actually not bad. I would say it's a mix of both bad and good. But I'll do my best to try to update. If you guys want to like have questions about my pregnancy and some feedback or whatever, there's a few things I will share, but not now. You know me. But I'll do my best to do lots of natural hair as time goes by. With, of course, it's getting to summertime and all that stuff. I'm just eating my breakfast right now. I've been eating watermelon like crazy. I don't know how. I'm craving so much. I thought I was gonna crave so much of this when I was pregnant, but no. It's now after the pregnancy that I'm craving actually lots of watermelon, which is really good. It kind of helps me with water intake, and I also take my water. And I'm so glad that this pregnancy, after birth, I've been literally drinking water, jugs after jugs, and it's just really helping me with the recovery and also helping me with the baby breastfeeding. So, yeah. So next time I'll do my best to update to let you guys know that I'm coming live so that I can interact with you guys as much as I can. Sometimes I just don't have everybody around. But I just wanted to come and say hello. Hope you guys are having a good week. It's mid of the week. So I'm just kind of, getting back into the groove of things. It's been 3 weeks now, post baby, so postpartum. And yeah, it's just been a very interesting transitioning. Now I'm gonna have two children to take care of, so that's definitely gonna affect a lot of things. But I'm gonna do my best to see how to balance things because at the end of the day, it's balancing. And yeah. Anyways, I'll wait for just one more minute to see if there's anybody who's available and have questions for me. But yeah, I think my face is kind of getting breakout, but yeah, I don't know. But anyways, it's different and my nails are growing. Ah, mommy has to be put together, but I can't be put together all the time. So that's the beauty of learning to realize this, balancing. When you get older and then when you have children, it's a different type of comfort. So a lot of people who are single might not understand. But when you're a mother, you're not bothered sometimes. So yeah. Anyways, oh no. But anyways, yeah. just I just wanted to come here say hello. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope this video finds you, in a good place. And please, if you have any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. Let me know what are some of the things you want to see more. And what have you guys been up to all this time? Like, I was pregnant and working, so that has kind of, been busy, and I just didn't have time to shoot. Not even time, it's just tired because I was working overnight, so that make a difference. So anyways, there's one person. Hi. How are you? um, Hope you're doing well. Thank you for wherever you are. Oh, thank you. I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. I was just like, I've been so lay low. That's really nice. Jasmine. Where are you, Jasmine? I'm currently in Canada. It's like 10 in the morning. Yeah. Thank you for checking in, Jasmine. I really appreciate that. Um, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer them. Oh, Florida. Oh my God, I've been always wanted to go to like California and those side of US. Choo Choo, my favorite. Choo Choo. Choo Choo is my favorite one because Choo Choo is always on the platform I am on, and she's always the one that always motivate me because she's always around. Choo Choo, I love you, girl. I miss you. Please, can you? I'm good. I'm actually better today than yesterday because of my healing just kind of goes on and off depending on how the baby's feeding. This girl is feeding so much. Oh my gosh. And then of course she's a little clingy. um, I'm good actually, really good. I made some breakfast yesterday. I made some pancakes yesterday. I get to prep my food yesterday. I had to wait for my husband to get home so that I can prep the food. So the struggles is real out here with two children. It's not easy to cook. Oh, thank you, Choo Choo. Honestly, I need to get back to do things, but I'm gonna do them step by step. I made my soup yesterday. I share some of those on Twitter, on TikTok. Honestly, TikTok is kind of like a mom friendly type of thing. Not friendly in terms of, people are just disgusting sometimes, but I feel like it's friendly in a way that it's quick, it's easy for us. You don't have to do too much. You do a little bit of tricking here and there. The only thing with a lot of things that a lot of moms struggle with on YouTube. Honestly, Choo Choo, like mom of two, it's like I think it's like a little notch of like extra anxiety for some reason because the little one is here, the big one is there. So the big one thinks that of course, you're taking away everything. I have two kids, Jasmine. I only have two. I have one 2 years old and 8 months. I have one, my son is 2 years and 8 months. She's almost three. And then my daughter is only 3 weeks. So I only have two kids, Jasmine. Choo Choo, the hardest part, I think, for being a mom of two is that with my son, it was easy because I could just put him and let him do only him. But now I have two kids need attention. Plus, plus cooking is not easy. Oh my God. So now I have to cook in batch, like big numbers. So I make soup for my my postpartum recovery. So I make like a big pot of soup, but I have to wait for my husband to be here to help me because oh my God, it's not easy. Unless the kids are like both napping at the same time. Right now, my daughter is napping, my son is awake. So then by the time my son goes for a nap, my daughter is is awake. So there's that dynamic. But honestly, I'm getting adjusted to it. Um, Made some soup yesterday. My husband had some leftover food that we had. I make Madida in a big jugs because I don't want to do more. So honestly, Choo Choo, I've been trying my best to just switch to see which one works, which one doesn't work. But so far, it's okay. I'm getting there. No, not daily routine yet. I haven't established any daily routine yet. What I do now is making sure that the kids are the older one is fed in the morning. But the good thing is both him and his dad are early work. They wake up super early. My son wakes up super early, like 6, 7. He's awake. I'm like, oh my god. So the good thing is my husband is a early riser as well. So that really made a difference. So that really helps me to give him breakfast in the morning when he's getting his coffee ready and getting ready for work. My husband goes to work early as well. So that really helped with the morning routine. So I can just be with the little one. And then when the little one is now napping, then I do my daily stuff, which is my mommy breakfast, and just catch up on, of course, social media a little bit, like what I'm doing right now. And yeah, and then the afternoon is usually the feeding. I haven't done any self care, honestly. I haven't done any self care, but usually one of the self care that I usually do, honestly, guys, is my hair. Like my hair is like my daily. It used to be my self care because I would take a shower, wash my hair, condition, and then make a video for you guys. That was before children, but now that one is getting away. But other self care that I do most of the time, honestly, is doing my nails, making sure that I dress up to make at least feel good. Take a drive out to get like something. Leave my husband with the kids. Yeah, it's been just a little bit of things, but not yet. I haven't gone to like a full self care yet because the baby's little. Yeah, it's so refreshing. Like, so now that I have 2 kids, one thing I want to develop, honestly, is making sure that I have a napping routine for the kids and also just the routine that's going to help us to kind of adjust. One of the biggest things that adjusting is is actually finding time for you and your husband. Oh my God. I mean, coming from, me and my husband dating before we had children, we've kind of like, hang out and do things like no children. And then one kid comes, and then like there was kind of a bit of time, but now we have 2 kids and then with different attentions. So yeah, that one is the hardest part is finding time with your husband. So if you find time with your husband, there's a time for you guys to watch a movie. The other day we were watching a movie, we're halfway and the little one woke up and then I had to go feed. I'm breastfeeding. I'm exclusively breastfeeding. I'm not pumping yet. So that kind of like puts me into like just to be there for the little one. So, but once I am established in a way that my milk supply is okay, then I can actually start pumping and just getting my husband to take care of my daughter, like feeding. But my husband now have 2 days off, so that's exciting. So we get to have dad for 2 days, and then dad is gone for 5 days. So yeah, so it's kind of pretty okay so far. Yeah. Yeah, like honestly, guys, I'm gonna do my best to try to do more hair care in general, like share what I do. Because a lot of people ask me so much like I do. I'm gonna do my best to just update and help a lot of people to, establish like a hair care regimen. Because that's the hardest part. Honestly, after being able to have my hair natural for almost 6 years now, I need to take down my hair to see that if I had to shedding. Because right now I have these hair in for 2 months. So this is my hair right now. So I need to, yeah, I need to take these head out and see like what's the shedding. Because I haven't like combed the hair yet and do like washing fully. I've been washing my hair with these twist in because I didn't want to take them down. I didn't want to do another twisting session because it took me 5 hours. How are you? How are you, baby? What happened to you? Did you finish? Okay, be nice. My son just came to say hi. So once I take down these twists, I'm definitely going to update you guys on what happened when. I know. I actually am scared. Like I think that my hair is going to lock, but I'm going to do my best to be gentle as much as I can because that's one of the things that helps with taking down twists. Yeah, I've left it that way. I took this one out, just the little one here, but it was fine. So once I start doing an actual combing and actual full regimen and doing like a conditioning. I'm gonna go to the shop. Yeah, the detangling is something that I usually just, I don't know how I mastered it, but I always literally detangle properly. So I'm gonna have to do a big proper detangling here. I have my in-laws are coming next month. So if my mother-in-law is here, she's gonna take care of my daughter, and then I can do like a full hair regimen, like a full hair day. So probably just gonna go to the shops and get lots of deep conditioners and a lot of conditioners and shampoos. Yeah. So just to kind of start my hair, and I think I'm gonna do like a treatment, like a full 1 hour treatment. So I'm gonna definitely invest in that, and that's why I'll say like, my mother-in-law is here, she will help me, and she can take care of the baby. That way, I don't have to struggle back and forth from the bathroom. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I honestly, I tell a lot of people who have, uh, oh, thank you. A lot of people who are here on the channel here, like watching me, I always recommend, guys, try your best to work on detangling. Trust me, when you detangle your hair, it will make such a difference when it comes to styling, when it comes to maintaining your hair. And don't have a shame, because I used to get so scared detangling my hair, because I was like, oh, it's gonna shed, but the hair is gonna shed anyways if it's like breaking. So don't shy away from combing your hair, but don't comb dry. Honestly, a lot of people make that mistake of combing the hair dry. No, make sure that you comb your hair with some water, with some conditioner on it. I like to comb my hair with conditioner on it. I actually detangle when I am conditioning, not when I'm shampooing. No, no, no. I can't do that. So a lot of the time it's about tricks and can't say it. It's about tricks that works for you and stick with them. So some people hair can withstand brush or detangling when being washed. Some people hair can withstand detangling when it's dry. So just kind of learn how your hair works, learn how your hair actually withstand some things, plus products. So look at products that work best for you. Honestly, for these many years, I've stuck with products that have helped me with my natural hair, and I always just stick with them. I usually like to just go natural products. I don't like to buy too many silicone products or whatever that is. But now that I'm in my regimen, I know what I like, what works for me, I go directly and get those ones. I don't really do much unless if a company comes to me and they want to sponsor me and stuff like that. I will do it, but I don't. I have kind of slowed down on buying big products, lots of money wasted, and then the product doesn't work for me. Oh, no worries, Choo Choo. I know how you feel, man. Like, it's all about us as mothers here. I told my mom a few days ago, she called me and was explaining to her like how, here we struggled with taking care of kids. And I was like, Mom, it's literally you have to do one thing and the other together. And I'm like, yeah, some people have to bring their kid. Yeah. Some people have to bring their kids in to be babysat. But we're very lucky, some of women like us who can stay home with the kids. I'm very lucky here in Canada. We have like maternity leave, and our maternity leave in Canada is literally 1 year. You can take 1 year and 6 months. You just have to split it with your husband, depending who wants to. Of course, at the end of the day, as mothers, we need to stay home longer with our children. So I prefer to stay home with my children. My husband still comes home for the first 2 weeks, and then also for, I think he's coming back next month. So we're so lucky here in Canada to be able to get that 1 year and 6 months, and 1 year of children is very important, very, very important. And I've seen the difference with my son. So this time around, I want to do it again with my daughter so that both of them can have that 1 year with the mother. So hopefully this year, I'm going to do my best to take advantage of this 2 year, 1 year, and enjoy it. And I want to experience moments with the kids, maybe develop a routine to, like, go out with the kids, create a routine for their studies because I want to kind of give them a home, what's it, homeschooling before they go to the school. And yeah, hopefully I can do those things, the things I wanted to do as a mother for the 1 year. But we'll see. Good thing. Yeah. But honestly, Jasmine, I understand. Honestly, sometimes it's about learning your hair. Like every year it changes. I've seen a difference with my daughter and my son. My son, when I was pregnant with my son, my hair was like glowing and not shedding. My daughter have had a struggle here and there because I was working night shifts compared to my son. My son, I was working day shifts. So there was that time to do things at nighttime. But for my daughter, I didn't have that nighttime routine that I usually do with my son to kind of help with my hair growth. So that was the difference with both of them. Like, but I honestly, yeah, trust me, every year your hair is different. And also depends with what you eat. I find like with my daughter, honestly, I was eating less. I didn't eat lots of like, junky. I don't want to say not junky, but I didn't eat lots of sugar. I didn't have so much sugar. My son, I had so much sugar. With my daughter now, with my postpartum, I'm drinking more water. I didn't drink more water I drank like water, okra water when I was pregnant with my daughter. And then during labor, I didn't drink much. And then now after the baby, oh my gosh, I'm drinking so much water than I actually anticipated. And I'm eating so much watermelon than I actually ever craved, which is really funny. And that really helps me with my postpartum recovery. So yeah, it's so different with the kids, with what you eat, and all that stuff. And I think a lot of the time with natural hair, one of the things that I always tell a lot of people is basically just basic things. Don't try to stress yourself out because I think there's so much stuff on the internet sometimes, guys. Like I find like the natural hair. Honestly, I don't know how I got to love watermelon all of a sudden. Like after birth, I've been eating so much watermelon. I think my body's craving like water so much. I had C-section, and my second C-section was the recovery was a little bit longer, and I felt like my body just had like the medication they give you, because I don't usually take medication personally. I am one of the people that just take less medication. Even if I have headache, I still just drink water and make sure that I'm hydrated and just sleeps. I'm still old school like that. But with my C-section, of course, they had to give me, I think, morphine and other medication. Yeah. What happened, baby? How are you? Are you good? You being a good boy? Oh, oh, you're sorry? I love you. Thank you, bye-bye. I love you. Oh, yeah, so during my recovery with my C-section, they had, I think, because I got nausea in during C-section, so they gave me anti-nausea medication. Those ones are kind of a little bit. And also they gave me morphine and I think a few other things. And then they also gave me drip with, yeah, it was a lot of things that was happening. So my body was probably just going through that phase. I just want to detoxify or detox things and just flush things out. So yeah, I've been drinking lots of water. I've been taking lots of watermelon, and it's really helped me. So the second week I slowed down. I didn't take more medication, and then also I was taking painkillers medication. So I just kind of made sure it was just the first 1 week and a half, and that was it. For my son, it was 1 week. For my daughter, it was 1 week and a half for the pain medication, and I stopped. Are you okay? Uh-oh. Yeah. Boop. Boop. So I try to minimize hey. I try to minimize medication as much as possible. Plus now I'm breastfeeding, so I try not to take too much. Maybe just usually vitamins that I would take. But then some vitamins have some iron. My body is not very good. Iron. You can run away. Is it coming? That's Shark Dog. Shark Dog is stuck. My son is watching his show. Oh no, they got Shark Dog. But anyways, yeah. So honestly, I've been trying to recover that way. This week is better than the other weeks. So I'm almost getting to 1 month now, postpartum. And yeah, I think it's been probably the best postpartum I've had so far with my kids. Yeah. Because this time around I have more help. I'm asking for more help because, we African women sometimes we get so like I can do it. I'm independent. I know sometimes I know what a lot of you guys would go through. Sometimes it's just asking from people because sometimes I just feel like you're begging. But honestly, once you have children, please ask please ask for help because honestly, it's not something to be like I've seen a lot of women just struggle with trying to ask for help, especially ask African women. South Sudan needs to be specific, and something I've learned so far is I told myself my second kid I'm going to ask as much help as possible. And I was so lucky. My mother-in-law came the day she came on one of the days, and then I know I can't be superwoman. I can just try to my best to just be me. So sometimes as South Sudanese women, honestly, I've seen a lot of us who really do it day in, day out. Like I know like we can get our things done, but I know sometimes ask for help as much as you can. If your husband is around and he able to do some things in the kitchen to help you, let you have a nap. So when my husband comes home sometime, I'll ask for help. You help me here and there. My mother-in-law was here, my sister-in-law was here, and I was asking for as much help as I can. Like I'm like, please, can you do this for me? Because I was getting through like C-section, and it's not easy. But through that in my mind, like, hey, I need help, it has really helped me. Like I know sometimes we just want to do everything, but please, please ask for help if you need to. Got my friends, my cousins, my aunties, to get to come. They will send me like porridge, food cooked, and just to help me recover. So that like as my husband, sometimes he'll be with me or the baby, and sometimes won't have time to cook. My mother-in-law made so much food for us when I was at the hospital, making sure that kids are fed, making sure that I have food at the hospital, making sure that she was cleaning up the house. Like, honestly, that made such a difference. And I know, yeah, it's not easy sometimes. I think it's not everything that you need to ask for help. Because I know sometimes some people's mind are not, um, some people function differently. Honestly, I'm like an introvert, kind of extrovertish, in between. It depends when I want to be extroverted and when I want to be. I'm introverted in naturally. I just don't like people's space. I don't like to like ask too much. I don't like to. I don't know. I just like to be in my own space and just I don't know. I don't want to be in people's spaces. I don't know why. That's just me. And so asking for people like that is kind of like a push for them, and it's pushing off their comfort zone. So depending how you feel, depending how your comfort zone can go as far as your comfort zone can and don't go too much. Because I know sometimes it can come off very weird. So yeah, that's literally who I am. Oh yeah, 40 James, you're asking how old I am. I am actually, I'm 32. Oh, honestly, people always think I am teenager. I don't know why. I'm not a teenager, guys. I am a big woman. If it makes me feel good. But I know sometimes as women we don't really like to say our age. But I'm 32 years old, guys. With two children. So I had my son when I was 30 and my daughter when I'm 32. So I think that was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life because I can only imagine being pregnant as a teenager. Yeah, it would be different. I think I kind of knew when I wanted to have children, and when to settle down and have children. I think sometime for all the young women out there who are still not married, take your own time, honestly, and make choices that you are comfortable making. And marriage, relationship, having kids is a long term commitment. So it's not one of those things that I'm just gonna put my foot one foot in, one foot out. No. Relationships, yes. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, like you just become amvert. Is it more like an ambient kind of thing where you're like more balanced and like you can be in between, you're not like there, you're not there. Yeah. You can just like regulate that, honestly. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from. Yeah. I find like sometimes introverts they're not scared of being by themselves. I think one of the things people are scared of being themselves, and that's also one of the things when you're in relationship with marriage relationships and commit and like long-term relationships. Honestly, if you're someone who's scared of being alone, don't push yourself to be in a relationship you're not ready, because then you're going to be panicking. That's why I see a lot of women panicking like when the husband is gone. I personally I don't. I'm like, you know what? You want to go out and hang out with with the boys or with the men? Go. That's just me. I don't like to hold on people. It's just you don't own nobody. That's something I tell myself every time. I know I don't talk about relationships here, but today is one of those days. I'm here. You guys can ask me any questions, or I can say something because I just feel like I wanted to talk. But honestly, we touch on relationships and introverted and stuff like that. Is if you're someone who's scared of being alone, don't be in a relationship that you're not comfortable with. Don't be with somebody that you feel like, you know, can appreciate you. I'm not talking about introverts not being in a relationship. I'm talking about like someone who is introverted and they can, and they can be alone. So sometimes you can find introverts, they can be in a relationship and they can be comfortable, happy if the man or their partner is not there and they're okay. I think just a lot of the time, one of the things that I've seen with, one of the things I've learned with men is like men like their own space. And I find like sometimes some women goes above and beyond to take away that space. And that's why you see a lot of men walking away. I find like no, I usually have anxiety with my husband with the first few weeks when I have kids, because like he's the one who always taking my hands. My husband is the one who fixes things a lot. They say he's one putting the car seat together. He's the one, so he knows how it functions. The first day when I had my son, I was panicking because I was going out with my son, and I was like, can I call my husband? Like, how did he fix how do you do the car seat? That was the first time. That's when I had anxiety. Like, oh my god. And then going out with the kids without my husband, my first day out with the kids without my husband, I was like panicking because my husband is always there. He's doing everything for me because I had C-section. So like with my recovery. So for me, I get anxiety there. But honestly, yes, there's days that I have anxiety when it comes to, my relationship with my husband. But when it comes to just personal things, in the house, he's in the room, I'm here. I don't want to just kind of feel like, oh my God, where you at? Oh my God, what are you doing? I just feel like people just give people that space. I feel like there's a time where you just have to be in their own space because, of course, you guys are in relationship and married and with kids. But there's always a time where, like, if they need that personal space, I'd like just give people that personal space. And I think everybody deserves a personal space, honestly. As a woman too, like once you give birth, there's not that much connection, because there's so much right now. The kids are with you, your husband needs you, your children needs you, the house needs you, everything needs you. So you just have to kind of like, put priorities. Yeah, you put priorities and prioritize what needs to be put first. But at the end of the day, children found you guys. That's the policy in my house. Children found you guys relationships, so try not to get super like caught up with your kids and then forget about your job. That's how like I find like relationships sometimes they die out because we get focused on the kids and you forget about each other. And then now that's how people forget about each other and relationship just goes south and then everything deteriorated. So it's just literally it's about priority balancing and try to communicate and kind of see where it goes. But that's what I think, yeah, with relationships, honestly. Yeah. Yes, everybody needs that. Honestly, everybody needs that personal space. Um, and also, like with boundaries, oh my gosh. You really have to learn to have your boundaries with everybody, your husband, your in laws, your own family. You have to put boundaries. Otherwise, some people just they don't have filters. They don't have filters, or they don't know how to like respect other people's space. So that one is something that I would say when it comes to relationships. The girl work up. Let's see. Mommy, what happened? You just tired? Hey guys, I'm still here. The girl woke up. Hi, mommy. Hey, 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 hey. She woke up. I'll put you guys in a bed. Mm-hmm. How are you? You're hungry? Okay. Are you just hungry? Anyways, guys, I just came to feed the girl. She just woke up. Most of the time, she's on and off with feeding in the morning to take a nap. So usually she just feeds and sleep until mostly in the morning she does that. And of course, now they are preferring to sleep more than eat. So they're slowing down on too much eating. But so far, so far she's good. But anyways, I'll take a few more questions for you guys. Thank you guys for joining and chatting and giving me questions. Honestly, thought I was going to be the only one here. But I'm glad like some of you guys join in and have questions and we chat away. We've chatted for like 38 minutes, which is kind of a lot. Sometimes it's not easy with children and stuff, so we kind of try to balance. This bonnet, next time hopefully it's not gonna be on because I'm tired of wearing bonnets. I honestly, if you find me in my house and I'm not doing my hair is in a bonnet because I just don't want to risk anything. If I'm going out, of course, no bonnets. Oh, thank you so much. You've been such a good, you know, been keeping me busy and talking. It's just really important, and I love that. Thank you so much. Do you have children too? China, Jasmine. I don't know why I say that. Um, Honestly, sometimes I also want to include some parent postpartum like content. Okay. I know, like honestly, take your time. That's what I would tell you. Yeah. I remember when I was young, I used to tell, not young, but like I think when I was in school, like here in Canada, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait until I'm like at least 30 to have children. Why? Because I just feel like my brain was not ready for children at that time. And of course relationships stuff, so when you're not, I think sometimes like women, like in a relationship you're in that scenario. Oh my god, African parents, honestly, Uh, I now that I have children, I definitely have that separation anxiety from your children. I still treat my son like he's a little baby. My husband is like, yeah, just let him fall, let him do this. I'm like, no, he's gonna hurt. My husband is like, you know what? He's better learn how to fall and wake up. And I was like, it makes sense. Honestly, mom is not gonna leave you alone. I'm the baby of the family, so for me, it was different. It was different because I moved to Canada when I was like 18, yeah, turning 19. So I've been away from home for a while. So like a lot of things had happened in a way that I was able to learn how to do things by myself, being away from my parents and stuff like that. So that kind of helped me transitioning from, of course, I had to go to school, get to work, responsibilities and stuff like that. And then, of course, here I am now with children. So it's a little bit different, but I can understand your situation. Honestly, for me, if I was thinking like if I was in Sudan, back home in South Sudan or Kenya, what would my relationship like with children, with a husband? Of course, I'll be married to a South Sudanese guy, and my parents probably would be, have a say and stuff like that, and probably my relationship would have been different, not being in Canada or just being in Africa. So it would have been different, I think. But so far, so good. I am happy that I'm able to experience life in a different way, that I was able to move to Canada and leave my life here for like 13 years by myself. That is really interesting, but that's what happened. But yeah, I understand your situation, honestly. But what I would say is when it comes to transitioning from being with the parents to being by yourself, is just when you move out, just know you're ready. Just know you're ready to move out, honestly. Because it can get overwhelming. I can only imagine it can get overwhelming. When I first moved here, I was like, oh my gosh. Because I'm used to being with family. I'm used to being with my relatives, my cousins, my mom, everybody. But when you move away, all that family aspect is not there. So if you're someone who live with family, it can be really stressful. So when you're ready to move out and go start a life without your parents, just be ready. And of course, adulting is not easy out here. That's something I have to throw out there. So enjoy those, free rental, like your parents are renting out the house. I mean, they have a house maybe. Enjoy those. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, you can always drop in. Mom, can I come in for some session? Food. Go get food as much as you can. I told my husband, like, when my son, or like my son, of course, he's going to be older than my daughter. I say my kids are going to stay with me because I'm African parents. My kids going to stay with me until I know they can go and stand by themselves. Honestly, because sometimes I feel like we as parents push kids out a lot here in North America super early and be like, oh, they're teenagers. Oh, now you're 18 years old, you can go support yourself. Honestly, guys, even some 18 years old, even some people who are 30 right now. Yeah, I was like telling my husband, my sister's son can go, but when it comes to just him coming back, he can always have a space in my house. Like, they're gonna have their own house, their bedroom's gonna be there once we buy a house. They're gonna have a space here. They're always welcome to my house. Honestly, that's something that I always tell myself. I don't want my kids to feel like they're a burden to me. I don't want my kids to feel like I'm like, throw them out of the door. Honestly, I know every parent differently, but that's my own policy. I just want to make sure that my kids don't feel stranded in this world, because the adulting out here is not easy, guys. Like, it's a lot more money to support yourself, especially being a single person. Yeah, a lot more to withstand. A lot of things to. Honestly, guys, I think we need to have a session next time where I come back and talk about relationships, because I find like sometimes relationships are big things that as human beings that we sometimes try to ignore, but they're very, very important. Because as human beings, it's like, when did we start moving away from the people that we know and move to people that we don't know and try to build relationships that we want to know? That's just my own questions. Like, I moved from my own house where I'm so familiar with, my cousin, my sisters, my, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my relatives. And then here I am going to a different place I have never known before. Yeah, that's a big transitioning. Honestly, it's a major part of our lives for sure. And that transitioning itself is just, then you have to unleash everything that you have experienced in life to share with somebody you've never lived with before, to share with somebody. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. So I honestly, I found that as adults, as human beings, sometimes we ignore that part of life because it's a major part of our life, and you don't want to just let your kids get thrown into that. And I think that's why a lot of people now, we have relationship issues, because a lot of kids get thrown into that. They're not ready for it. You know, I personally just sometimes just like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Why am I here? But it's just part of life, I guess. And also, it always comes down to, being able to balance those things out. And also growing up in like African homes, sometimes we don't talk about relationships, we don't talk about meeting these other people and how it's going to change our lives, and how sometimes not everybody's going to accept you. These are all some of the things that as adults, or as young adults, we need to start talking about. And especially with my South Sudanese women, we sometimes don't talk about relationships, and we also, and sometimes we kind of withstand those relationships talks with our daughters, but our daughters really need it the most, because I find like sometimes, honestly, women are like the pillar of the house. They're the one who kind of hold the house down, and there's the one who can make or break that man. That's it. It's the two things. So honestly, yeah, we probably need to have a session with relationships, but that's just my little 2 cents of, relationships. I think like younger adults need to be, young adults need to be, to learn about this relationship stuff, and what it feels like, being a parent and all this stuff. And we're all learning in this situation, honestly. As mothers, as married couple, it's all about learning every single day. Juju, you're like a superwoman. I was like, the other day, I was like lying here and I was like thinking about, wow, especially like ladies with like two plus children. You guys are like my sister has more than I do. So I was like, how do you do it? And she's like, girl, it's just about you. Sometimes, some days you just be like, ah. Some days you just want to give up. But at the end of the day, you choose your children. You've had them. So she's like, yeah, you just have to stick it out for them and do your best. And I think one of the things that probably help a lot with having more kids, and kind of, it's like, I think routines are very important. They're definitely going to help you change a lot. With my son, the routine kind of helped me manage him. So I'm going to do the same thing with my daughter. And this time I'm going to do my best to try to, to try to include, or put both kids in like a routine that's going to help them both grow differently, because each one of them has different personality. So it's something that I have to learn to do. But honestly, guys, I give you guys credit who have more children. And then with women who have children and have no husband, I don't even know. No, like Chuchu is very important. I know you're so wow. No, I found like for my son was just very independent from like 6 months. He didn't want anything to be done to him much. So I tend less to my son because I find like he's a very independent. No, no, no. I've realized that I think some kids are born with just that independence ability, that they don't need too much attention. And it's for their own good, because I think sometimes Some people, yeah, some people have honestly like a very, they just born naturally like that. It's probably just genetics. I don't think some kids need to, it's not like you're being a bad mom. I think it's just that the kids have that abilities to know already that, oh, I'm gonna have to just, mom is probably busy right now. She'll see you cooking. My son will look at me, she's like, oh, mom is making pancakes. Oh, mom is making this. They make sense of what you're doing, which is very important for some kids. Some kids don't have that ability to know what you're doing, you know. They'll see you in the kitchen, they think you're ignoring them. So even if I say, oh, like, oh, Baba, mommy's making this, he's like, oh, mommy's making food. But when my son needs attention, he would comes to me. He would come and be like, mommy, and he come over and when he comes at that time, then I actually like give him attention. And when he was little, I made sure that I gave him every attention that I can possibly give. And as soon as he hit 1.5, and then he started to realize, oh, mom is busy in the kitchen, or mom is doing this. But I make sure I take advantage of the times. So like, let's say nap times, make sure I cuddle with him. Bedtime, I like talk to him and teach him stuff. Just when you do those things routinely, it will look like you're not being a good mom, but it's just basically just you try to work with the routine, and I attend to the kid depending on their abilities. So honestly, it's the abilities of the kids that can make a difference. um okay, Queen. My daughter's a little drama queen sometimes. She's, I don't know how I don't know why I call her drama queen, because she try to be extra, and she just like, and then cries. But she just feeds now and goes back to a nap. So she's napping again, which is good because we don't have to. That's okay, mommy. Good job. Yeah, once you explain to your kids, most of the time, once you explain to your kids what you're doing, then they'll make sense. Yeah, honestly, Chuchu, just like once, I know, like on your days, on your husband days off, because now you're pregnant, so it makes a difference when it takes coming to taking kids to the park. When I'm pregnant, honestly, with my son, it was hard because my son is like an outdoor kid. Like he wants to be outside. I don't know what kid likes to be out that much. But the good thing is we have the backyard here. So my house, we have the backyard there. So it really helps my kid to go out. I don't have to go to the park that much. And I can only imagine other parents, like, these kids wants to be out. And I know some kids just love to be outside. So yeah. So honestly, like once your husband is off work, the days he's off, like let him take the kids, because now you're pregnant. It's not easy to, that energy to take the kids out and try to go have fun with them. It's not